It is Madame Fran France Francesca.
Be clear, Madam. Be clear. Madam.
Madame Namusisi Francis.
Thank you. Madame Namusisi Francis. The name of the head of the Department of FN in this school is Madame Namusisi Francisca. So for the correct surname, you score 1. Gaba House, still head of department in this school. The head of department here is for the Department of Physics. Five seconds left.
I affirm my audibility. He is called Mr. Wafula Willie.
Wafula Willie, pass to Kisozi House. Yes. Are you taking the question? Head of department for physics. Come.
The head of department is Mr. Tumwine Wycliffe.
Mr. Tumwine Wycliffe is correct. That is +1. So here is your question. Still head of department, and this time for the Department of Mathematics. The Department of Mathematics. Who is the head of department for mathematics? 2 seconds left.
It's Tasemogere Humphrey.
Mr. Semogere Humphrey is a wrong answer. Pass. Pass to Sekaita House, head of department for mathematics.
Mr. Humphrey.
Mr.
Simogere Humphrey.
Mr. Semogere Humphrey is the wrong answer that we got from Kisozi. So that is -1. Yeah? The department for mathematics. The head of department of mathematics is Mr. Orach John. Next question to Sekaita. Still head of department. The head of department of biology. Biology.
Mr. Kondi Amos.
Mr. Konde Amos. That scores 3. Kula House. Still head of department. This time for the Department of Technology and Design. Also known as technical drawing. You have 3 seconds left. 2, 1. Semakula House. This is a question for Semakula House. I asked, who is the head of Department of Technical Drawing, also known as Technology and Design?
It's Mr. Epiat Dennis.
Mr. Epiat Dennis is correct. And lastly, Senkumba House, the head of the English department. English language. Head of department for the English language.
Madam Marinda Ruth.
Madam Marinda Ruth is a wrong answer. Pass to Segawa House. Segawa House, are you taking the question? Head of department for English.
It's Mr. Chiwanuka Johnson.
Mr. Chiwanuka Johnson, last one. Our second question, which is going to be our last for the school affairs. This will have specific instructions per question. And for the first question, you fail to produce an answer in 5 seconds, it passes. And that is to Segawa House. Segawa House, who is the longest serving head teacher of this school? Who is the longest serving head teacher of this school?
Longest serving head teacher of this school, Mr. Senkumba.
The longest serving head teacher of this school is
Mr.
Mr.
Senkumba
Senkumba Darlington. Thank you so much. Now this is what we can get from there. And when you look, the longest serving head is for 15 years serving as head teacher. We had Mr. Senkumba Darlington. Following closely is Mr. Segawa Dalton for about years. So that is 3 for Segawa. Gaba House. Where is Gaba House? For this question, no more instructions. You have the 10 seconds since we do not have the answer round. And the question for quite some time, there existed a school. There existed a school that was known as SDA KATIKAMU SDA Secondary School, Gayaza campus. What is the current name of this school?
It is currently known as Gayaza Adventist Senior Secondary School, GAS.
Gayaza Adventist Secondary School is correct. Next house there is Kisozi House. Still about, and like I said, this round has specific instructions. And for Kisozi House, you are going to send a representative here before the question is asked. So please do that now. You know your school, you're well versed with what the school is and what makes it up. The floor is yours. And the question is, for Kisozi House, what is the mission statement of this school? And please face the audience. What is the mission statement of this school?
The mission statement of this school.
Can we listen? Can we listen?
The mission statement of this school is to make KATIKAMU
Audience,
to make KATIKAMU
please, dear audience.
Model Secondary School in Uganda.
Before you leave, the audience, can we give the person that is answering the audience so that they can have their answer clear?
To make KATIKAMU a model secondary school in Uganda.
To make KATIKAMU a model secondary school. So, the mission statement, what we had as a paraphrase is the vision to be a model secondary school in Uganda and beyond. And had that been the question, it could have scored. And of course, such a question doesn't pass. The mission statement is to provide quality holistic education that fosters spiritual growth, self-reliance, and selfless service to humanity. The next question to Sekaita. Sekaita House. Where is Sekaita House? Is it that? Okay. Sekaita House. Still about the school. Just like Kisozi, you're going to send a representative here. And please be fast. So the representative you have sent, ideally, is well versed about the affairs of the school. And further instructions state, you're not looking around. In which year did KATIKAMU SDA Secondary School begin? In which year did KATIKAMU SDA Secondary School, in which year did it begin? What was the first year? You look around, you score a 0.
In which year did KATIKAMU SS begin?
Yes.
1968.
Now, before you leave there, it goes without saying that that was an assisted question. by the audience. In the circumstance, we are going to have another question instead of that. And the instruction for this one, you can go back and sit and discuss with your friends. Still about the school, and please the audience, let us not be an inconvenience to the process. You chose to be an audience. Please keep it at that. Sekaita House, there is a school that is known as KATIKAMU SDA Secondary School. Nakaseke campus. What is the former name of this school? What of this school?
It was called Nakaseke SDA Secondary School.
Nakaseke SDA Secondary School is correct. That scores 3. Now to Semakula House, still about the school. In which year was this school changed from that name to its current name of Nakaseke of KATIKAMU SDA Secondary School, Nakaseke campus? In which year was that renaming done? Semakula House, you have less than 5 seconds left. The question is, in which year did this renaming happen?
It was in the year 2021.
The year 2021 is correct. Lastly, about the school, and this time from Senkumba House. Still about that school, KATIKAMU SDA Secondary School, Nakaseke campus. The other day, the question was about the head teacher. And that question comes back today. Who is the current head teacher of this school? The school is Secondary School, Nakaseke campus. That is a recite less than 5 to answer. Senkumba House. 4, 3, 2, 1. The question passes to Segawa House.
It is Mr. Kanabi Amos.
Mr. Kanabi Amos, last one. Away from the affairs of the school, and now to current affairs. First, the national affairs, and then the affairs on the international scene. Standard instructions back to 10 seconds for preparation to answer, and all that as was stated earlier. Question 1 to Segawa House. Segawa House. How many countries make up the African continent? How many countries make up the African continent? Five seconds left. 4, 3,
56 countries.
56 countries. Pass. To Gaba House. How many countries make up the African continent?
55.
The answer from Gaba is the number of 55. Is that your answer? Good. So this answer is wrong. The number is 54 countries on the African continent. Now to your question, that is a negative one for Gaba House. Gaba House, which African country was known as the Gold Coast? Which African country was known as the Gold Coast? Which African country was known as the Gold Coast? Gold Coast. 5, 4. Which African country was known as the Gold Coast? Dear audience, please let us maintain this as
That was Cote d'Ivoire.
it was Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire is a wrong answer. So the question passes. Kisozi, are you taking it?
It is Ghana.
The country is Ghana. That is +1. Now to your question, Kisozi House. Name the largest country on the African continent. Name the largest country on the African continent.
Algeria.
The answer is Algeria. So for Kisozi House, that scores 3. Now to Sekaita House. Your question is, we are on the of the country, the African continent. What was the first meeting? What was the first political party to be formed in Uganda? What was the first political party to be formed in Uganda.
Ugandan National Congress.
Correct. That score is 3. Semakula House. This question is yours. Still about political parties. Currently in Uganda's there is a political party that is known as the DP. The full form of that is the Democratic Party. I'm asking about a party that is known as the Democratic Party. The short form for that is DP. Are we together? Who is the current president of this party?
Norbert Mao.
The name is Norbert Mao. That scores 3. And lastly, to Senkumba. Still about political parties. Still about the Democratic Party President General, who they have said is Honorable Norbert Mao. Honorable Norbert Mao holds a position in cabinet as a minister. Are you getting that? Norbert Mao, Honorable Norbert Mao position as a minister. Which ministerial position is this? The minister that is held by at Mao. Senkumba House, just to confirm, did you get the question? Okay.
Minister of Opposition.
I didn't get that.
Minister
of
Opposition.
the
Opposition.
the Minister of Opposition. Thank you very much. That passes to Segawa House. They say no. Honorable Norbert Mao, Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs. That is Honorable Norbert Mao. The next round of these questions throughout the round, we are going to have quotations. We are going to have quotations. And my question is for all is who said these words? Who said these words? Segawa House. I am the state law. A thing is legal because I wish it. I am the state law. A thing is legal because I wish it. Who said those words? I am the state law. A thing is legal because I wish.
It is King Louis the 16th.
King Louis the 16th is correct. The next house is Gaba House. Who said these words? It is a long quotation. Let us follow through. Is this Gaba House? It goes, we shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and on the oceans. We shall fight on the beaches, no matter what the cost may be. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields. End of quotation. I'll repeat it one last time. Who said these words? We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and on the oceans. We shall fight on the beaches, no matter what the cost may be. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields. Who said these words? We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France, fight on the seas and on the oceans, shall fight on the beaches, no matter what the cost may be, shall fight on the landing grounds, shall fight in the fields. Gaba House. 3, 2, 1. The question passes to Kisozi House. Are you taking it? The person that said these words during the Second World War, in his address to the British Parliament, Sir Winston Churchill, in a lengthy speech, at some point rejuvenated the spirit of the people that had given up on the unending war. So the answer to that is Sir Winston Churchill. Kisozi House. The quotation is, the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up to the total liberation of Africa. The independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up to the total liberation of Africa. Four, 3.
It was Kwame Nkrumah.
Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. That is 3. Sekaita House. The quotation is, what is happening today is not a mere change of guards, but a fundamental change polity of this country. What is happening today is not a mere change of guards, a fundamental change in the politics of this country. Who said those words? 5, 4, 3, 2, and
It was Barack Obama.
Barack Obama, pass. Semakula House. The person that said these words on his swearing in ceremony after the guerrilla war, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni spoke these words. Semakula House. Semakula House. I have a dream that one day my children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream that one day my children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela, pass. Senkumba House, are you taking it? Martin Luther King, it is correct. Lastly, for those questions, Senkumba House, the quotation goes, the great questions of the day won't be settled by means of speeches and majority decisions, but by blood and iron. The great questions of the day will not be settled by means of speeches and majority decisions, but by blood and iron. The question is, who said those words?
Adolf Hitler.
Adolf
Hitler.
Adolf Hitler is a wrong answer. So it passes to second.
Sir Otto
Come again.
von Bismarck.
Otto von Mark. That is +1. Lastly, to conclude our very brief quiz today, Segawa House, now from sports. From sports, where is Segawa House? It's here. There are very many football clubs in the world. And the club we are going to focus on right now is a club that is known as Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund, just for information, is a football club in Germany. The question is, What is the name of the home ground of Borussia Dortmund? Home ground, a home stadium of Borussia Dortmund. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The question passes to Gaba House. Gaba House says no. The answer to this, that stadium, is known as the Signal Iduna Park. The Signal Iduna Park. Gaba House, still home ground for a football team, this time in Spain, known as Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid. Sports. We have sportsmen here. The club is Atletico Madrid, found in the Spanish capital, Madrid. What is the name of the home stadium or the home ground of Atletico Madrid? Five, 4, 3, 1, 0. Pass to Kisozi House. Are you taking the question? That stadium is known as the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium, or in Spanish, Estadio de Wanda Metropolitano. Kisozi House, here your question comes. Still home stadium or the home ground. This time on the local scene. And the club is in Uganda, known as Kampala Capital City Authority, the KCCA, home stadium of KCCA Football Club. Kisozi House, the home stadium of KCCA FC.
MTN Arena Lugogo.
The MTN Arena Lugogo. The name of the stadium that I asked, the official name is the Philip Omondi Stadium. The other names are concoctions or fan favorites. The name is the Philip Omondi Stadium. Are we together? So it is a wrong question. The question had to pass. To which house? To Sekaita House. So they okay. So that is the stadium there. Sekaita House. Towards the end of last week, the Uganda Cranes played a game against the national team of South Africa. Are we together? The Uganda Cranes played against South Africa. The score line was 2-0 in favor of South Africa at the Mandela International Stadium. The question is, what was the score line in the reverse fixture that was played in South Africa? What was the score line of the reverse fixture that was played in South Africa?
Uganda caught South Africa 2-2. It was a draw in South Africa.
It was, and the score line was 2-2 for either side. So that is correct. Semakula House. This is a recycled question from the last quiz. And the question is, who is the current head coach of the Uganda Cranes? Who is the current head coach of the Uganda Cranes? The current head is for Semakula House. Current head coach of the Uganda Cranes. The Uganda Cranes is the national team of Uganda for football. Head coach. Five, 4, 3.
Onyango.
Onyango. The question passes to Senkumba House. The question passes to Senkumba House. To Senkumba House. Yes. This is a recycled question. You failed it then, you're failing it now. The current head coach is Joseph Put. A recycled question, once again, failed. Now, your question, Senkumba House. Among the very many sports played in this country, specifically ball games, one of them is netball. We have a netball team that has just been on international duty and performed excellently. The question is, what is the official name of the Uganda national netball team?
The She Cranes.
The She Cranes is correct. That brings us to the end of our brief session tonight, which also marks the end of the preliminary rounds of the quiz. The next round that we shall have later this week shall be a semi-final for the quiz specifically, which will have 4 of the 6 houses present here. What I am going to give now is the result for the quiz tonight. When this will be summed with the result for the quiz in round 1, we shall have a pronouncement of the houses that shall have made it to the semi-finals for the quiz. So what I'm going to announce now is what we garnered in terms of the points that we scored. And in just a minute, this will be ready. Okay. The total that we today, the total questions that were 5, meaning the maximum that a house could score is 15. Assumption that it does not get any bonus scores. In no particular order. In fact, in the order that we answered these questions, starting from the house that was answering last, Senkumba house, out of the 15 was able to collect a total of 4 points. Can we clap for Senkumba house? Semakula house, out of the 15, was able to collect 9 points. Sekaita house, out of the 15, with a bonus question picked and failed, was able to collect 11 points. Out of 15 for Kisozi house, question picked and passed scores a total of 8. Kisozi house scores 8 points. Out of the 15, did we clap for Kisozi house? Can we put our hands together for the next house, Gaba house? Out of the 15, with a full question passed and 1 past question failed, a total of 2. Can we clap for Gaba house? Segawa house, out of the 15, and this house should be applauded for picking the highest number of bonus points. Altogether, out of the 15, collecting a total of 10 points. Like I did put it, let us watch out on our notes boards early tomorrow have an announcement of the for the semi-finals. This same communication will be made through your patrons, different houses. Tomorrow, we shall be meeting at exactly 3:10 to 4:30. The venue is Senior 3 North classroom, and the activity is that which was supposed to be on the Thursday night. The round 2 of the poetry and public speaking. All houses, the time is 3:10 to 4:30. Without further ado, I want to wish us a good night and ask us to raise up and have a closing prayer. Can we stand up? Can we stand up and close the session with a prayer? Are we all up? Come.
Let's stand by ourselves for a prayer. Precious Father, I want to thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for this evening, Lord Father. Thank you for the winners, Lord Father, and may strengthen the losers, oh God. Father, as we are going to sleep, come and protect us, cover us with your blood, Lord Father, and may we have a great night, Lord Father, and as we prepare for the next morning tomorrow. Yes, my name.